Welcome, all 60 of you, to another episode of Skyview Talk, the sport and music talk show with a view.
I'm here at Dobson Ranch Golf Course on the 18th green. Got a little golf in our show today, so that's why we have a little background of golf. Avery, where are you at?
I'm at Lake Isle Country Club in East Chester, New York this morning. It's a nice little, small little semi-private country club, 6,000 yards, couple drivable par fours. It's an interesting layout, so glad to get started on this golf-centric episode, James.
Yeah, me too, Avery. What we have going on today is, we're talking a little bit about the U.S. Open that just happened, up at Erin Hills. Brooks Koepka won it, and then we're going to be taking a look at the Open, kind of the preview coming up ahead, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Not too much detail, but Avery, first off, just to start it off, what do you think about Brooks Koepka winning it at Erin Hills?
I really liked it. I'm a big Brooks Koepka fan, especially like just knowing how much I know that we both love the No Laying Up Twitter and just kind of golf in center kind of news outlet, and they're a big fan of Brooks, and I just like I like the golfers that are athletes, and Brooks is definitely one of those golfers that could play like other sports and hang around with other athletes. I mean, he's a big guy. He's built, and so when you're driving at 300 plus yards with your 3-wood, it's kind of nice to see a guy do that.
Yeah, Brooks Koepka winning is a really big deal, at least I think, because one, you have another guy who won the major for the first time in their career, and then you also have a guy who, I was talking to a few people before the major happened, and we were talking about how athletics is going to play a big role into this championship because you have crazy terrain, you have a long walk. I mean, you saw Justin Thomas. He talked about how it was at least, he took like 17,000 steps in the round alone. It's a long course. So I think what golf's becoming is where athletes are going to become more prevalent. Your Rory McIlroys, your Brooks Koepka, your Ricky Fowler, the Tommy Fleetwood. He was in substantial shape too. You look at guys like that, and that's going to be who the next coming, kind of like taking after Tiger Woods. Not really taking a hot take here or anything, but guys like this are going to start coming out, and hopefully someone takes over and starts winning multiple majors. We kind of need someone to do that.
Yeah, this was the 7th straight major with a guy that won. That was his first time winning. And so right now in golf, we're kind of in I don't know if you want to call it a phase or an era of where we don't have a dominant golfer. Every time somebody wins, the media, the first thing out is this guy the next big thing? We went through that with Jordan Spieth, and he's fallen off. We went through it then with Rory McIlroy, and he has definitely fallen off now. We went through it with Jason Day after he won the PGA and then the Players the next year, and we're like, this guy is the next one, and again, no, he was not. Then we went through it with DJ and him winning, and then his really good stretch there for a little bit of time, but again, now he has, I don't want to say fallen off, because yes, okay, he missed a cut here, but he has been playing good golf, but not to the point where we can call him a dominant golfer. So yeah, I think right now we are in this time where it's almost like a rush to grab power, and nobody seems to want to take it right now.
Right, and I think part of that is also just the level of competition out there. We can't really downplay the fact that Ricky Fowler is an elite player. Jordan Spieth still is. He's still winning. You guys like Brooks Koepka out there, if you have guys doing this much to a course and they're playing this well, you really can't say anything about the level of competition. We don't have anyone taking over, but we don't have anyone who's not able to play well on a week-to-week basis. I mean, you still have guys who are making cuts a lot during the year. It's just, I would say, now here's where I question it, is the talent pool right now better than back in Tiger Woods' era?
That is a really good question. I think one thing that does help is the equipment. Not to a point where it makes like a substantial deal, because back when people will say, oh, we need to change the equipment, people are hitting it too long. Well, back in the 90s, yes, the equipment might not have been as good as it is now, but we also didn't have such a large pool of golfers who were legit athletes back then. They were just golfers back then. Now people are getting in the gym, they're getting ripped, they're getting built, they're looking like they play other sports, which pains me to say, because golf is a sport. It should, I love seeing that people are now taking that side of it a little bit more seriously, because it is a big side, that strength endurance side of golf is huge, and we're seeing it that people are, now that they're taking it seriously, they're seeing the benefits that come from putting such a big emphasis on the athlete part of golf.
Absolutely, and guys, like, you know, you still had after round one, we were talking about Ricky Fowler, can he be the next person to win a major? You know, and you still have round by round storylines. The US Open in ratings wise did a great job, so I don't think golf's ever in a failing mode right now. They're not in panic mode, if you will, but you kind of still need that team that's kind of like the Yankees, where their dynasty, the Patriots, you know, Tiger Woods. You need that person who's going to come over and just take over. And going into majors, it's kind of like, is he going to win or is it the field? You know, is it Dustin Johnson or the field? Dustin Johnson was on a tear. You know, hashtag make golf great again. It was DJ. You know, a few months ago we were talking, can he be the next one? And all of a sudden now he doesn't win a major in the last 3, and it's like, maybe not, you know. But yeah, and going on to the next major of the year coming up, Royal Birksdale. Who do you got winning the Open?
You know, I think the golfer to keep your guys' eye on is going to be Justin Thomas. I think he is trending in the right direction, and I'm going to tell you why, James. You know, look at, you know, if you want to look just at what he's done recently, let's look at the US Open. You know, yes, sure, he didn't get it done on Sunday after trailing after the third round by 1, not being able to really play good golf there at the beginning, getting behind the 8 ball a little bit, and just kind of fading down the stretch. But let's look back at that extremely rare and awesome and record-breaking third round of his. That 3-wood on 18. First of all, you gotta almost like oh my gosh, just hand it to him. The 18th hole at Erin Hills, 678 yards. He went 3-wood off the tee, 3-wood second shot to 5 feet. That is insane. That is insane, James. To go 3-wood onto the surface of a 678 par 5, and not just on the surface. You know, not like 100 feet away. He threw a tiger shot, Andrew. He threw a tiger 3-wood onto that green, and of course, and then he backed it up and made the putt. So I think if he can, I think those are the glimpses of the Justin Thomas of the future, and I think right. I think if he can keep that hot hand and, you know, just kind of like take that, not take all that performance and put it in one round, but spread it across 4. I think right. He's the golfer to watch here at the Open.
No, and that's definitely, honestly, you stole my pick. So I have to go off the board here. I'll have to go off the board. I'm probably gonna go, if you're looking for value, if we got any gamblers in the crowd right now watching, I'm gonna go a guy who has odds over 100 to 1. He has not won a major. He did well in the last Open last year. JB Holmes, great off the tee. Again, he's not the athletic figure that we've been talking about on the show so far today, or the news has been talking about, but JB Holmes, he hits it far. When he has his irons on, he's on. And putting wise, the dude's a great putter. He's underrated as far as putting. And if I'm going to be honest here, he's one of my favorite golfers because he's sponsored by Yum Foods. So that means he can go to Taco Bell and KFC whenever he wants. Who doesn't want that, man?
Oh, man.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, we definitely took a spin from the start of that show with the athlete-driven talk to, yeah, let's go to Taco Bell after the round.
Let's go to Taco Bell or KFC. You know,
I mean, I'm not complaining. You know, if it was up to me, I'd go to Taco Bell right now, too. So that's a good point.
No, but JB Holmes is definitely one of those guys who hits it far, and in most cases in the Open, it's who can hit the farthest with accuracy off the tee, because then you can spin your wedges into the green, if anything, spin your irons. So that'll be a big thing to look at there. Another guy, if I'm being honest, I'm cheering for DJ. You know, he for the US Open, he was a little bit clouded in the mind. Congratulations on his kid just being born. So maybe during the Open, he has a little mind cleared up from his you know, family regathering and becoming healthy again, rather than being at the hospital waiting for a baby to be born. You know?
Yeah, you could definitely almost tell that his mind wasn't completely on the Open, which after having a kid, honestly, it shouldn't be for anybody but honestly Tiger. I mean, if you're really thinking of any other golfer, I think he would be the only one that would be able to shut all that out and focus on golf. But like, yeah, having a kid, you should definitely focus on that over the Open. The Open is just the Open. Having a kid is like having a kid. Like, that's insane, insane and awesome. And I congratulate him and Paulina on that. But yeah, you know, those are two good picks, James. And if I was to throw another one out at you, this is not based on any good trending or anything, but you know, I'll go ahead and throw it out. I think, you know, I keep saying it, and the minute I don't say it, it's the minute he wins a major. So,
Yep.
you know, I'm gonna throw it out. Rory McIlroy. I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm keeping both fingers crossed that he finally puts together 4 good rounds and gets another Open under his belt. This would be what, number 2 for him?
Number two. Back when the last major he won for the Open, at least back across the pond, was when he hit that towering 3-iron. That looked like it was a 9-iron into the green last hole.
Yeah, that was.
And he's definitely got to look out for.
2014. He's definitely, you know, he's so hit or miss right now, it seems like. But you know, hopefully, you know, he shows flashes of brilliance. You know, last year in the Tour Championship, in the FedEx Cup playoffs, that was unbelievable golf. But then he kind of falls off and shoots 78 in the first round in the U.S. Open. So I don't know. That's just my pick. That's like my pick from the heart. Justin Thomas is my pick from the brain. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's coming up quick now. Probably what, 3.5 weeks?
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, James. Second segment over. Running into the third now. What do we got?
Got this new little segment. I'm getting a little giddy right now because I think it's going to be really interesting. We're going to have a few good things to dive into. But it's what we're calling the Ventation Garden. We give each other 2 minutes to vent on a topic that we've been either annoyed with or we feel like needs a change, or about something, sports, you know, social media, pop culture, whatever it is, so be it. But today I'm going to take on all those old men who say, get off my lawn, who say athletes are paid to play sports, stay off of social media, all those guys who say the new athletes are too worried about whatever. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's aimed at you people who get on athletes about their character off the field. Okay, we want athletes to have character off the field, and then all of a sudden when they do it, when they respond to critics on Twitter, when they go at people who hate on them, we bash on them saying, oh, you're killing the media presence and everything. No. KD, Kevin Durant, I don't know if you saw it the other day, Avery. However, he must have been bored. He said he was on a jet after winning the championship. Shout out to KD for doing that. The Wi-Fi must have just kicked in, and he was responding to everyone who was blasting him on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I saw that. Yeah, that was good.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all for me. I think those are one of those things where if you're going to go ahead and hate on somebody, you have an athlete has the right to respond, because in that case, you're sending out hate to him. You're sending hate out to them on social media, bashing their name. I think you should have 100% liability for what you say. And I'm just honestly sick of people taking shots at athletes who have never played the game, who don't know what it's like, and just don't ever relate to their struggle. You know, I just feel like, if anything, old man, stay on your lawn. Don't tell me to get off of it, because these athletes are here to stay, and their character is what's making people come to the stands, come to the stadiums, and come to the arenas. So people like Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy, and Kevin Durant who go on Twitter, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point, James. You know, I think, yeah, athletes are humans just like us, and they can react like humans whenever they want to. They're unbelievably skilled, and so, you know, I give them whatever they want. You know, if they want to do something, you know, go ahead and fire back at somebody that doesn't know shit. You know, I love seeing Rory fire back on Twitter after Steve Elkington said he wasn't the next Tiger and that he's gotten bored with 100 mil in the bank, and then Rory fires back with, you know, it's 200 million, just so you know. And you know, I like seeing that little bit of edginess to the golfers. So hopefully that kickstarts Rory. And yeah, no, I totally agree with you, James. I think I don't have a problem with the athletes doing that.
Well, on that note, my blood boil, I need to get my blood temperature down a little bit. My blood pulse right now, but thank you guys for watching Skyview Talks today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We will be coming back next week with a better and more fun-filled presentation for you guys. Please comment on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you see us at. Give us a like on the bottom of the video.
yeah, guys, if you liked it, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you loved it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know, hit us up on our social media. It'll be linked down in the description below. Other than that, James, as always, great time talking with you this morning. And guys in the audience, we'll see you next week.